focus on this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, really big challenge for us. I mean, Coach Siddle does a great job there. UNC Wilmington's program. Got so much respect for their team, their program, their coaching staff, and their players and what they've done. They're playing their best basketball right now, particularly over the last 2 games. It's very clear that they're playing their best basketball. And they've played good all year. I mean, heck, they went into Kansas and really fought, and has played well there. But, I mean, at Kansas, we know what kind of a difficult game that is. But just in general, we know it's a real challenge for us. Very good team coming in and a good rivalry game. 2 great fan bases, 2 programs that have had some good history. So looking forward to it.
The third time you're playing this in 3 years in this game, so you kind of got to sense what it's like here and there. So just what's kind of your excitement level? I know it's just another game, but it has to be at least a little bit extra juice.
Well, I think the excitement is, again, I think rivalries is what makes college sports, and you and I have spoken about this before. And I know when we went in there a couple of years ago, it's as good of an atmosphere as we've seen in all of our time at ECU. And we've been to a lot of great places, obviously, but that in Trask Coliseum, the way they were in there. And then our fans came in here last year and they provided the same atmosphere in here. And so obviously we're hopeful for that, and I've talked about it, and our coaching staffs have talked about it, meaning UNCW's and ours, that this series will continue for a long time because it's great for both programs and it's great for both fan bases and those environments. It's what, now they get that consistently at Trask. I know that. Again, I've been familiar with their program from Jerry Wainwright to Coach Keats, who obviously is so close with Coach Siddle, and Brad Brownell. They have had that going there, and we're building that here in terms of the atmospheres night in and night out. Our fan base has been great so far this season. The George Mason game was a great electric atmosphere in here, and we're hopeful we just continue to build as we get closer to conference. But this, without a doubt, hopefully will be our best atmosphere of the year with Wilmington coming in tomorrow night.
How do you think it adds? Just, with the conference realignment and stuff, these regional rivalries are going away. So how important is it to keep them on the schedule and have this rivalry?
Yeah, that's a great point. And I think it is important, and I think all college basketball is dealing with it. You have a lot in college athletics right now for various reasons, travel, budget, resources, realignment, saying, hey, let's keep some of these non-conference games where we're not traveling all over the country, because once conference play comes, you're going to be doing that. So to be able to have an in-state game that provides excitement and provides a good basketball rivalry is a good thing, and that's why we're going to continue the series.
No shot. Oh, go ahead.
It feels like Jan maybe starting to find his role a little bit. Just talk about his progression.
Yeah, yes. I think he's kind of finding his niche, finding out where he can excel on offense. And, he's a really good offensive player. I think the biggest challenge that we had put forth towards him is, hey, we need you to be a really strong defender and strong rebounder. And he put a lot of focus on that when we went to Florida. I thought that helped him get his shot going. More than just his shot. He can pass the basketball. He can do other things. He's got a really good feel for the game of basketball. But it all starts with the emphasis on defense and rebounding. And, he came in the other night, and one of the first plays in the game, he gets an offensive rebound. And that's something we've challenged him to do.
When you look at their team, no Trezarian White, no Shaquem Phillips, they're obviously a little different. How have they kind of changed year over year in preparing for them?
They're a talented team. I mean, Donovan Newby is a heck of a basketball player, and he can score any which way. He's getting to the free throw line a ton. Reminds us a lot of P.J. Haggerty from Tulsa last year, and at Memphis now, who's one of the best guards in the country. I think the way Noah Ross is playing, I think McGriff on the inside, they got a bench. They're a really good ball club. They've always done a great job recruiting. They got talented players. And again, Coach Siddle has a system. Man, they play hard, they pressure the ball, they play defense. They're a very well-coached team. We know they play an up-tempo style of basketball. So, yeah, the names might be different, but they have players that were on the team last year as well. You have players that were on last year. We have new players, but the system is something that we have great respect for, and Wilmington's a heck of a ball club.
Coach, we saw Reed early in the last game. Can you just talk about the progression of the front court and getting those guys, for when y'all face more size?
Yeah, we need it. We absolutely do, between Reed and Sear and Cal. It was great to have Reed back, obviously. We could have used him down in Florida in terms of just a big body that's mobile. Reed obviously provided help for us the other night. We came in and we went to him, and he played in both halves. And so he had missed 3 weeks. And anytime you miss 3 weeks, I think there's a timing and a conditioning kind of time frame that it takes to get back to it. But he's there. He worked his butt off, and we're excited that Reed's there. But we need all three of those guys, to be honest with you. It's not one or the other. It's by committee with those three.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Cam, just, 31-6 assist to turnover ratio. You got to be happy with that early in the season.
Yeah, Cam is really doing a good job. He has control of our offense right now. I mean, he plays the game with a great pace, and some players, they have that ability where it slows down for them. And as a point guard, it's great when that's a benefit. And I know there's sometimes I'm on Cam and I want Cam to go faster or play faster, but sometimes that's his strength. Sometimes that's his strength, his ability to slow down. And when you talk about taking care of the basketball, that's why I think his numbers are where they are. Teams have tried to pressure him. Teams have tried to double him. Teams have tried to do different things to speed him up. He's pretty good at playing at that pace.
I was just going to ask about the front court to go back to it. Like, how do you kind of want to see, between Sear and Reed, those guys kind of progress as we get closer to conference play?
It's all about practice. I'll just tell you that much right now. They know it. What we're getting ready to do in here right now, the guys, it's what they do on the practice court that will determine how much confidence we have going into the game tomorrow night and all season long. And that goes for all our guys. But anytime you talk about players that maybe haven't got as many reps in games, and obviously they are sharing reps in practice, it's the guys that bring it when we step on, onto that court in practice that will build that confidence and trust within the coaching staff.
What do you hope to see from the crowd at Minji's tomorrow night?
I hope it's packed in here. I hope it's 100 degrees in here, and I hope we have 8,000 people in here, and it's loud, and it's what college basketball is about in early December. Football takes a little slow break here right now, and it's all college basketball. This last month of December, in terms of non-conference games, there's so many great ones around the country, and our students are here. Every school is in session. I hope this place is packed and hard for us to communicate in here.